Okay, so this is Sophie, and she's going to explain to us how she created. Can you move that box over there? Because you'll need the mouse, and I just need to get this here a bit. Okay, so Sophie, just tell us, how did you create this piece of music? What did you start out with doing?
I started out by creating an instrument track, and then
just quickly show me how you set up an instrument track.
Just right click and then empty bar, go to add instrument track, and then synth Hallian sonic.
Okay, so you set up a track with that plug-in on. Yeah, that's synth plug-in. And then how did you set the sound up for that track?
And then once the track was set up, I clicked map it, and then got whatever sound I wanted to fit its drums. I'd set it to the MIDI preset 10. If it wasn't, just leave it whatever it was.
Okay. So the first thing you did for this piece was which track?
The sound.
Okay. So you found that sound, and then how did you get that information into? How did you program that in, or get that into the program?
When I found the sound, I just did it with the keyboard. I didn't do the notes input on that one. I just did the notes on the keyboard.
Okay, so you just played the keyboard.
Yeah.
Did you play that to a click?
Yeah, for the first one.
Okay, how did you put the click on?
Just there.
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, so you just played it in time to the click. Did you change the tempo at that point before you played? Like, did you set your tempo, or?
No, I set the tempo after it when I had the drums.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you changed tempo afterwards. Yep. So you performed it in. Once you'd performed it in, was it perfect?
No, I had to change some of the notes when I went into it.
Show us how you did that. Just take us back through how you would have done that.
I just played it, and then if one of the notes sound out, moved that up or down, and then left or right to wherever I wanted it.
So you'd get it back in time or re-pitch it. Did you have any notes that were mistakes?
Yeah, I deleted some notes.
How would you delete a note?
Just click on it and then click the delete button.
Okay. Could I ask you to delete it? Just actually delete that note. How would you undo that change?
Just edit and undo.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Did you do any other alteration or any other editing to this part?
I just did some editing with pitch at the bottom, just in case some of them sounded too loud or too low.
Okay, what did you describe that as at the bottom?
The volume.
Okay, so the individual note volumes, yeah? Okay. Do you know if there's another word we sometimes use for individual strikes of each note?
Velocity.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, well remembered. Okay. And there was nothing else in the editing of that part?
No, we just left that one quite simple.
Okay, what would you be able to describe to me what this is? This sort of...
that was just bending the notes with that, because it was only a sound effect, so I just made it.
Okay, and you did that as you played, so
Yeah.
you were like controlling like mad, really, playing one hand and bending the sort of tone wheel, is it, or pitch wheel? Okay, great. Okay, did any of the other parts that are in this project get put in an alternative way to that track? So in other words, did you use a different system for...
On the drums, I just used note input system. So
Okay.
clicked into it and it was the
What editor are we in here?
the piano drum editor.
That's it, yeah, the drum editor, yeah, okay, great. So what did you do, how did you input this beat?
I just put it in, set it to whatever note size I wanted, and then put it in with the stick, just clicked.
Okay.
Clicked on the bottom one as well.
How come that some of the colours of the diamonds are like sort of different colours? Do you know what that's for, or what that's about? Don't worry if you don't.
Is that when I changed the volume of some of them, so I made some of them louder?
Yeah, that would usually be the indicator that you've done some changes of velocity.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a really difficult question. Can you explain why these notes here are white?
Is that because that's outside where the bar is, so I might have cut it off? That's access.
Yeah, I kind of accept that's close enough. Yeah, it's like the event window on the project screen. the project window is not quite as wide as the information you've inputted in this editor. So it's sort of outside of, it's not particularly the bars, but that box that you draw on. You can get up if you want to. Yeah. Okay. So that's how this whole pattern. You just programmed it in. What inspired this drum beat? Did you just know how to program that in, or?
No, because it was quite simple. Because I was just doing like what the theme I was doing, so I knew I wanted the bass drum like that, and then it just clicked here to the different sounds.
Okay, could you describe what rhythm that bass drum's set to?
Eighth notes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, if you put a note in right now, if you just click in a note for me anywhere you like, you can always undo this. How would you take that back out again?
Just click back on it.
Okay, how would you put it so it's not on a line? Looks like it's only letting you put them on the line there.
So if you take off the snap.
Okay, so you could take that off, yeah. Okay, and that would give you what, free rein to put it with?
Yeah.
Could you put it anywhere?
I think so.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, anything else you did in this editor, or?
Except changing the volume. That's all I did for that one.
Okay, brilliant. All right. If we go back to your project window, did you do any other sort of alternative methods to program in?
No, I used
It was all.
drum edit for that, and then they're all keyboards.
And were they all the keyboard parts? Were they all played in?
Yeah, and then just if there's anything wrong, I'd go into the note editor.
Okay. You'd go into the editor to sort of change them. Okay. Did you do anything else to enhance the way this track works or sounds, or?
I put some effects on it and changed the pan of it a bit.
Okay. Can you show us where you did that?
Yeah.
So you've got on this track here, what have you done? What? Just explain what you're doing here.
On this one, I just took some of that bottom end out on the EQ and hired it there, and then just seeing which effects work better. So after trying them all, I thought that one made it sound the best.
Okay, the de-esser.
Yeah.
Okay. What effect does that do? How could you describe what that is doing to the sound?
I don't know what it would usually do, but it's made that sound a bit less harsh.
Okay. And you felt that this instrument, the sitar, needed a cut in the bass and a boost in the mid. How come number 4 switched on, where it's like, doesn't look like it's added or taken away?
It was just like seeing what sounded the best. I didn't take it when it sounded good. I just left it how it was.
Okay, so you mean like a bit of trial and error, you moved it about and then just went, I'll just put that back to sort of, okay. I mean, I suppose potentially you could switch it off, but that's creating the same effect as, okay. You have got it, in theory, you have got it slightly boosting, but I would guess that it probably wouldn't make any difference to that slope. It would be still a bit off the centre line, maybe, who knows. Anyway, okay. So that's how you put some effects on. With the de-esser there, or maybe you could choose another effect if you've got. Have you got any other effects set up?
I've got them on different instruments.
Okay, show us that then. Show us it.
I've got reverb on the bass.
Okay, how would you change the reverb if you wanted to alter that?
I'm not sure. Let's go back into it.
Okay. Okay, so when you loaded that in, did you just use the sound it gave you?
No, there was like a dial.
You got to the dial, so just a bit unsure on get. Don't worry about that. We can sort that. Okay. Anything else that you're aware you've done? You did some panning, you said. How do you do that?
Just with these ones. So I turned some of them a bit to the right, and then some of them a little bit to the left, just where they sounded better.
Okay, so you just did it by trial and error and kind of like checking back.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Right. Okay. I'll just have a quick. Let me just.